The Color of Broken. A Dark Secret. A Note. Run. Written by Amelia Grace. Narrated by Davies. The Color of Broken. This book has been written with deep compassion and many tears for those who live with the incurable condition of Meniere's disease. A cure will be found. Until that time, take my hand. A.G. The Color of Broken. Chapter 1. Lather, scrub, rinse. Lather, scrub, rinse, and breathe. My hands move fast, obsessively fast. In a panic. Lather, scrub. Lather, rinse. Lather, scrub, rinse. And breathe. Just breathe. Lather, scrub, rinse. Lather, scrub, rinse. That's better. And breathe. I squeezed my eyes shut, tight, trying to stop the terrifying visions that exploded around me. I was trapped in a never-ending spiral of memories of that terrible day, and I couldn't escape. "Stop!" I shouted. "Just—" My breath hiccuped. "Stop," I whispered, and turned off the tap, spent. Emotional turmoil spilled through me, and guilt, crippling, excruciating guilt. My insides clenched with dread, and I leaned over the basin, panting, struggling to fight off the nausea. I lifted my right hand in front of my face and twisted it over and back, checking for blood. It was insane. I knew there wasn't any blood. I wasn't even bleeding. But I couldn't get that abhorrent memory out of my head. The one where my blood dribbled down onto my hand before it trailed along my fingers and dropped to the rocks below, where Mia lay twisted. I started to shake as anxiety poisoned me again. I clenched my teeth and turned on the tap once more, my urge to scream fading as I fell into rhythm. Lather, scrub, rinse. Lather, scrub, rinse, and breathe. Lather, scrub, rinse. Lather, scrub, rinse, and breathe. Lather, scrub, rinse. Lather, scrub, rinse. Breathe, I told myself. In for a count of 3, and out for a count of 5. You know how to deal with panic, Yolande. What do you need to say? I closed my eyes, gently this time. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't. I slid down the wall of the bathroom, the water still flowing from the tap. Maybe I should take my medication and be buried in the fog of the mind-numbing drugs. I shook my head. No. I wanted to feel something, not nothing. Despite my savage, suffocating flashbacks that penetrated me to the core. Intense, emotional, exhausting. Stop, I finally said. Chapter 2. Flowers, tea, coffee, or books? The words rolled off my tongue with a melodic sound. It felt like the millionth time I had said it. I sighed inwardly. The tall, dark-haired man standing before me lifted his chin and looked down at me. He narrowed his green eyes and loosened his tie. My skin prickled, and I stiffened. Flowers and chocolates, he said, his voice like velvet. He blinked once. He was the color of pure red, like a high-performance sports car, fast and dangerous. I watched him with caution. He was too smooth. For an anniversary? I asked. An apology, he said, blinking on the word apology, and in the moment afterward, blinking multiple times. Liar. Oh, I mouthed. Of course it would be an apology for his type. How big an apology? He hung his head and smirked, conflicting words in action. Warning bells rang. That bad and good. Worse, he said. Had he been unfaithful? Do you still love her? He narrowed his eyes at me again. She's my wife, my life. I need her. He choked on his words. Yes.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?